Yeah, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? Regis Prograis versus Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker, scheduled to go down next month, April 13th, I believe. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those amazing matchups, man. Very, very entertaining fight. And though there aren't any titles, physical titles on the line, there's a lot on the line in this fight, man. When you look at bragging rights, when you look at redemption, both guys coming off of a loss, even though Maurice Hooker did have a victory. He had a first round KO versus some guy. I really don't remember who the guy was, but it was one of those filler fights where he was just looking to test out his new skills that he'd been learning from Bo Mack. And we really didn't get a chance to see much in that fight. But I'm basing his last fight off of Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis off of his loss versus Josh Taylor. So you got redemption on the line. You got positioning in the sport of boxing and positioning at the 140-pound division on the line. And, you know, respect. You know, both guys trying to get back into their position and, you know, really gain some respect back and show that they really are who they say they are. And that's some of the best fighters in the world and the best fighters at the 140-pound division. So, man, I think this is a good matchup, entertaining. I think this has all the makings to be a fire fight. You know, one of those fights with a lot of action, man. You got two different styles. You got two guys that both of them I feel like can box, but they both prefer to bang and to exchange on the inside. Like I said, coming off of a loss with Regis Prograis losing to Josh Taylor, a lot of people saw that as a close fight. I thought Josh Taylor thoroughly outboxed Regis Prograis. You got Maurice Hooker was TKO versus Jose Ramirez in his hometown, which that's tough. It's tough to come back from. And you got Regis Prograis already thinking that, man, you know, his chin has been tested. You know, I can knock him out. He just got knocked out. And Maurice Hooker feels like he can go in there with his newfound skills from Bo Mack and Terrence Crawford, you know, sparring with Terrence Crawford regularly. He feels like he can go in there and outbox Regis Prograis and take it round by round, as opposed to going in there and trying to just, you know, overpower somebody with combinations and, you know, being too overzealous and reckless and things like that. So, you know, I think this is a really big fight, man, and this is one of those entertaining fights that I feel like we should get more often in boxing. Two game-bred fighters, two very, very skilled fighters, and two name-known opponents, two name-known guys coming together to make a really good fight. I can see this fight going either way. This is really a true 50-50 fight. I'm kind of leaning more towards Regis Prograis, but I'm not going to make an actual prediction in this fight because I could see Maurice Hooker going in there and getting a victory as well. Also, I really don't know what to expect from Maurice Hooker with his, you know, after being trained by Bo Mack. I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I would think that Bo Mack has gotten him using the jab a lot more, using his length and his range a lot more instead of, you know, fighting on the inside when he really don't have to fight on the inside. I would think that would be, you know, one of the major things that, one of the main focuses that Bo Mack has pinpointed in their camp. With Regis Prograis, the issue that I see Maurice Hooker having with Regis Prograis is that his style is very similar to Jose Ramirez. You know, he's more of a counter puncher, but he's also a very aggressive fighter that likes to come forward just like Jose Ramirez. You know, if he feels like he got you on your heels, he will throw a lot of punches. And he can go to the body, a very, very good body puncher, just like Jose Ramirez. Of course, they're two different fighters, but I feel like their styles are very similar. And if Maurice Hooker ain't got that jab pumping like he need to, he can find himself against the ropes and having a bad night versus Regis Prograis. Now, I do believe that if Maurice Hooker has that jab working for him, like I know he can do, he just has to actually implement that shit and be consistent with it. You know, he can outbox Regis Prograis. I truly believe that, man. So I think those are the things, you know, the things that I just mentioned. Those are the things that really make this fight very interesting and something that the fans should tune into. I don't know who they gonna have on the undercard, but I mean, just that main event right there is enough I'm sold. Like, that main event right there is enough for me to tune in and see what the hell's going on. You know, so I'm anxious to see how y'all feel about this fight. I think the winner out of this fight could be right back in title contention. You know, if there is I know Josh Taylor is about to fight somebody, and Jose Ramirez, I believe, is fighting Victor Postol, that's a fantastic fight as well. You know, I think that, of course, we want to see undisputed with the two unified champions. Maybe in between that time, the winner out of this fight right here, they'll go on to fight another big name or top flight 140 pounder, and then maybe the winner out of that fight can end up getting an opportunity at the undisputed championship. Who knows, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing. I holla at y'all boys, man.